G'day YouTube, welcome back to another video of my channel on bonsai. Now what you see in front of me is another black pine. This is actually a very nice species, a specimen of black pine here. It does probably on first glance, it has some nice shape, but it's actually, I need to get it ready for the exhibition coming up from my club in end of July, 27-28 July this year, 2019. Now, I just want to show you or walk through how I prepare and getting this tree ready for exhibition. So it had a good wiring last year, but now the shoots have grown further along and the candles have extended, and the buds that I selected over the growing seasons and stuff like that have extended. Now the wire obviously isn't holding it's those extra long buds in place now, so that's why it's gone out of shape. Now today's about just refining, cleaning up the tree, cleaning up old dead needles, and looking at, you know, rewiring certain areas, taking wire off, anything that's cutting in, taking off. But yeah, just thinning it out a little bit probably as well if it needs to. So for example, if you've got 3 branches coming from the one spot, one's got to come out. But predominantly this is going to be a rewiring, rewire certain areas, especially the ends and the tips need to be rewired. It's quite a nice specimen. Sorry, it's got a nice movement in the trunk, very nice. It's got some bit of dead wood and so on. And you can see quite some nice shape and depth in the tree. Some of the branches are really nicely padded out and started. Now I have to give credit to Bjorn when he was down here in when was that one? When was this done? I think it was 2015 when he was here, and he did initial styling on this tree, and it's just been developed over time. Now it's just filling it out and getting it fuller. So the crown needs some work as well. The apex is looking a bit too overgrown, so we're going to thin that, but it's going to be pretty much a wiring job and cleaning up the old dead needles. So, and getting this ready for exhibition. It's got a very nice old trunk. It's a bit sunny today, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, you can see a nice, beautiful movement in the trunk too, as well. Alright, so I guess let's get started. So some of the things I will point out rather than show you from further away is, for example, this bud that's grown into a candle. You can see where the wire finished last year, and that's the issue here. Now we've got to wire that down and turn the bud up, so that's what we need to do. So I'll have a look. I'll probably have to remove this wire and reapply it. So same issue. This guy here, same issue. The wire's finished early, and there's a bud that's further up now. So we need to rewire. Well, you know, that's what I'm pretty much looking for. Looking in here, all these looking like they're just finishing. So again here, you see, you try and pull this away. You can see there's the bud there. The wire's finished there. So previously there was that was down here where it was pointing up. Obviously these things have grown, and that's what happens. The other thing I'll be doing, for example, is, let's say this guy, I'll wire him down, and then you'll see there's a needle that's pointing downwards, so I'll be taking those off. So it ruins the silhouette. So anything that's going downwards, any needles that go down, that's got to come off. The wiring, got to check on my wire again and rewire it. So bit of maintenance there, quite a bit actually, but the tree will look really spectacular, and it'll be refined and clean, so it's ready for display in the exhibition. So we'll just have to go through it all. You see there's lots over here that's same things happened. For example, in here, see the wire finished early, there's a whole bunch that's just loose and just sitting around the place. This guy, for example, there's lots of needles at the bottom, so once we wire it all up with pluck needles, anything that's growing down I'll pluck. That's the aim. Okay. So I'll just show you a bit more of a close-up of the tree. and what you're working on. So when I start to work on a tree, I'll have my wire cutters and branch scissors. Plus, in my chair, I've got just these two handles. I have some tools in here. I have a copper wire ready, different gauges. So slightly heavy gauges are on this side. Actually, yeah. So you can see the kind of thicknesses I'll be using. On this side, I have a little bit heavier in case I need it, and I've got some very fine 20 gauge here. I'm always ready, like I'm always be ready and have your tools ready and wire ready to go. So you don't have to get up and move around and so on. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. So I'm just going to go through and find where all the wire is and what needs to come off. Always start at the bottom, branch and work your way up. So I'll start here, then go to the back, and we'll work my way up the tree. And I'll finish a layer, finish a branch before moving to the next one. It's very important to do that so you don't, when you come back to it, you don't bang your hands on things and move around. So that's the way I like to work, and that's why I've been trained and taught. So it's a nice way to go through it, and you finish off a branch and it looks really good, and then you can set every other branch based on that first branch. So that's the goal I'm trying to do now. Alright, so quick update. I was in a good position to actually remove all the wire on this branch. It was including the massive wire that was up here, and the actual guy wire that was tied down here, that's all gone as well. So the main branch, the heaviness, all the main branches are actually set, which is fantastic, which means it's just a matter of now doing the fine wiring. I've pretty much left one wire. You can see one wire still existing on this whole branch. There's the remnants of all the wire that are cut off. This is all copper, so I usually cut as much as I can off. This was the guy wire that was pulling down the big heavy branch. And you can see the really heavy, wire that was actually on the main branch. So that's all been cut off. I do cut off all the copper. I never reuse it. You can't really reuse it. So that's all gone. But great news is that the main branch has set into position, and all those smaller branches have set now. It's just the refinement and finer branches. I'll just show you quickly something that I came across over here. Now I've got a dilemma. Well, not dilemma, but I've got to make a decision. So there are 4 branches in the one spot. 4 coming out from the same spot. Unfortunately, they're not gonna survive, and I'm not gonna keep them. You always have to cut pines back to 2. I think I might have left that just to keep enough foliage down on the bottom branch to keep it strong and healthy and keep it fed. So what I'm most likely going to do is, if I remove these 2 on the side here, wire the 2 healthiest, and then just above it there's a branch here that will be wired. Wire that down into position to replace the 2 that have gone missing. So I'll use this branch here, wire it in to replace the gap that these 2 would fill. So that would fill in there. Does that make sense? So that's something I saw in this tree that I had to fix. There's probably a few more of those in this tree, but it's looking good. I like that there's some separation in this pad, and then there's this smaller pad up here. It all comes off the main branch, but that's a nice little small pad up here that we can form a bigger pad down here, and form one over here at the back somewhere. We'll see how that all comes out. So I'll check back soon. Okay, so I have finished rewiring this branch here. Now it's been thinned out quite extensively, and I'm trying to create, some clean underlines to form the pad next here. If I show you this angle, you can see the work that was involved in wiring everything up. So it looks quite spread out and even. There are a few needles that are a bit longer than others, but that will just be fixed in time, just through candling, decandling, and bud selection process that you've seen before. But that's a nice big fan shaped, opened up first branch on that tree. So you can see the rest of the tree is quite bushy, and that's quite nice and neat. Now if we do that all the way through the tree, we'll have a much nicer tree. So I've just started to work on this one. I've just started to take all the wire off. Most of it's come off easily. I've left one more here because I think I'll need it again. So I've left it, but pretty much everything came off this branch. I think this branch is going to need quite a bit of maybe thinning out, and maybe a few layers, like maybe a pad up here, a pad here. Just to lengthen it a bit and try to pad those nice little pads out. So that's what I'll be working on next. So it's quite a dense, so all the way it goes in the back here too. So see how we go. Then we'll look at the back over here, which probably is getting a bit too far deep. But yeah, next one is this branch here. Let's see how it all fits together in the future. Okay, so that was the first branch that was done, and now I've finished this side of the branch as well. Still looks a little scruffy just because the needles are starting to, we're still trying to get balanced, but I'm trying to make layers. So there's all clouds, there's one there, there's one down here, there's a couple at the back just to give you depth. There's a nice one up at the back here as well. So it's just a matter of just wiring it up and trying to create the pads at different levels. So it's not just one big mat of foliage, it's different layers. So there's a layer down here, then you go up, then there's one here, then there's one here. So that's the idea of trying to get the wiring done and how you go about it. So that's the second branch done. Now I've got to move towards this back branch over here, which looks kind of wild as well, and pretty long. It might have to be reduced a little bit. That's getting too long down there. Yeah, so just go through the whole tree. So you got the first couple of branches done, and then get the other two done. The rest of the tree done, sorry. Yeah, I might actually try and swing this into here. Try and bring that round into this bit here, because I don't like how this is a bit exposed. And there's a bit of a gap in this area here. So that's probably one way to try and close that. Obviously this guy is playing a big role in that, trying to hide that gap, but yeah, try and get this guy around into here maybe, and see how we go. Okay. Alright, so the sun's come out and probably can't see as well, but what I've done is I've wired the third branch, which is the back branch. Now, as I mentioned, I brought this, created a pad in here to clear, like try and give some depth in this area here. I'll show you the turnaround three-dimensional area again, so you can see how it's coming now towards the branch there. But what I've also done is I've brought around, there's a branch in here that was towards the back as well, so I brought it around to fill this gap, and it just crosses the trunk line there. I like that. It's given me a bit more three-dimensional view. Before it was out to the back too much, so now I brought it in towards the front more, and I put it in that gap, so it looks a lot better, I think, sitting in there. Gives that nice little bit of depth, just like this branch here. This one's coming to there, and it's coming up good. So I'm going to move on to the next branches and see how we go. Alright, so quick update on this tree. It's progressing really well in terms of wiring. Wired this guy's done, this guy's done, the one at the back's done, this one's done over here too. So now it's looking at just how we do at the top of the tree. I'll bring it in for a closer look, so you can see the top's still very unruly. Now the key probably is this back branch in the back here. If you've seen the profile, it's actually quite deep, and it goes quite deep. Now I'm thinking of try to swing some of these branches back around and fill in this gap in here. There's a bit of a gap here, but if I can fill that in nice and tight in there, I think it'll give it better depth from the front and helps the front not be so unruly. Also, yeah, trying to get this side as well. Try and bring that in across here a bit. So a lot of the work's been done. I've just been taking wire off, rewiring, and cleaning up the areas that need to be cleaned up. So let's see how we progress today, and it should be all done. But it takes a while. This is a couple hours work at least, probably a little bit more. You know, taking wire off, rewiring, thinking about the process. Now I'm not a professional, of course. I'm self-taught. So it takes me longer to see something and longer to choose what branches to take off and so on. So it's a gradual process. You don't have to finish something off in one day. Only professionals can do that. Bonsai professionals trained, train. They're the type of people who can actually do things very quickly, and I appreciate that so much, how fast they are, and how quick they can wire and make decisions and see the tree. So if you're starting out, take your time, don't rush it. Lots to do, lots to think about before you take certain branches off and so on. So I'll check back soon. So a quick update. So I've sorted out a lot of the back branches have been done. Now there was a real issue at the top, but now I think you can see, if you look at previous bits, the difference here in the top area. So what's happened is there was a branch that was, so there's this branch here that's sitting now at the back, was out here in this direction in here. So because this and that branch were kind of competing and making this area very, very heavy, I've bent it with slightly heavier wire and put it at the back, and there was a gap at the back which is now taken care of. So that has actually made the top much more open and looks less top heavy as it was before. And now it's a matter of just wiring out a lot of these top bits. I've also wired this branch here to this branch here. This branch I've dropped into this little spot here. Just got to wire all this out, wire the smaller branches, and then I've got to look at this side. It's just giving me a few issues. I really need to study it a little bit more. It's just a little bit top heavy. It's a little bit, I don't know, congested. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do there. But yeah, just a quick update. It's getting there. It's looking really, really nice now. I'm very happy with the results so far. See you soon. Okay, everyone. Final update on this tree. I have finished fully wiring the tree up and placed all the branches where I need them to be. Maybe some tweaks here and there still required, but I hope you can see a nice refined look in the tree. It has a lot of wire on it, but good wire. You can see the different angles. I'll go that far on that side. I'll take you around again on this side. So I like the way the branches have been further spread out. Gives a more even look to the tree. Allows more light in so that you can get more buds in the next growing season. But the branchings are all there. I think it's looking really good. Yeah, I really like this tree. It's starting to come up beautiful. So there you go. That's quite a few hours of wiring there. I wish I had recorded how many hours I spent unwiring and then rewiring and positioning. There's still maybe another half hour of just tweaking here and there. But yeah, I'm liking the look of this tree. This should be in the show, at our show in exhibition 27-28 July 2019. Or there's lots of details. I'll put a link in this video in the description so you can know where it is. But yeah, this tree's coming along really well. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please subscribe to my channel so you can get updates when I put new videos up. Alright guys, see you next time.